I'm about as real as they come.
All my beats tailored by Darrell.
House Digital.
Maserati Rick in Detroit, convertible bird in Miami. Graduated summa cum laude, strip club made a tsunami. Carlton Hines with the ball game, Grateful Edmonds with the snowflakes, Craig Pettis in the M-Town, Sal Magluta with the boat game, Falcone with the cocaine, like Freeway Ricky with the plug game, like Monster Cody in South Central, Larry Davis from close range.
I said what I said. Just keep tagging all this, all that. First of all, just keep saying all this. Oh, what about Kenny? What about RYG? Not independent. What about Snoop Dogg? He beat a murder, not the death penalty. What about this? What about Lil Boosie? He beat one murder. I beat one murder. Attention, nigga. Conspiracy. Yeah. Ain't getting no money from their music. Stop comparing me to that's broke and scary and want to break it down when I see him. Just know what time it is. Shit open up in April, so all that tough ass shit, see me, you know what it is. Like they don't see the Don riding around LA.
A Los Angeles-based rapper has died following a stabbing at a music festival in Exposition Park.
I ain't playing. Stepping in a function, that is lighting is amazing. Scuff marks on my shoes, I'm flow flying in these masons. I told her, if you love me, baby, show me where the payment.
Both the LA Times and Rolling Stone are now reporting rapper Drakeo the Ruler was the victim in last night's scuffle behind the stage at the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival. Eyewitness News reporter Leticia Juarez live outside Bank of California Stadium where it all happened. Leticia, what's the latest?
Well, good morning to you, John. Yeah, we're outside the Exposition Park where that stabbing took place. We're still waiting to hear from officials to give us the official word on the victim's identity. But as you mentioned, the LA Times reporting that 28-year-old Drakeo the Ruler was the victim of that fatal stabbing. Now, we have some video from an Eyewitness News viewer. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. New video from the eyewitness appears to show a fight prior to the stabbing. Now, that viewer tells us he believes this is what led up to the violence. This all happening around 8:40 last night during the Once Upon a Time LA Festival concert. That's when investigators say that some sort of altercation took place. Witnesses saying that altercation taking place backstage. Now, the victim was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but according to the sources, he has later died. The LAPD was on scene to disperse the crowd after the concert was officially shut down. LAPD joined with the CHP who were on hand in riot gear as the concert was evacuated last night.
We were just standing there for like almost more than an hour, like waiting for the next performance, and then next thing you know, like that's when we start seeing people going on social media and finding out that there was a brawl and stuff. And security told us that the festival, that stage was shut down, and pretty much said we could go to the rest of the festival, but as soon as that happened, that pretty much ruined the night for me.
Now, some of the other performers that were set to take the stage included Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Ice Cube. Of course, that did not happen after the concert was canceled. And we've also been hearing from social media and even from a fan that came out here to express his condolences after learning of the death. Reporting live here from Exposition Park, Leticia Juarez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yo, we back. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb. We on our way to sunny California with it. Y'all meet us in South Central. Y'all remember the movie? Deuce, baby. And my nigga Genie Lamp? Yeah, ever since I seen that movie, I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch these niggas. Now, today, we are going to be covering somebody that some people would call even a LA legend or a future LA legend. But fuck all that. We're going to cover somebody today that the Los Angeles Times said was the most original West Coast stylist in decades. Now, that's saying a lot. Now, over here at Mobb Ties, we don't really cover a whole lot of rappers or even entertainers. But if we do, they definitely did something that was Mobb Ties worthy, because I'm not getting starstruck by a whole lot of people for real. Yeah, shit. Last time I remember that shit was probably Michael Jackson, and I was 4, and it was still on some, oh shit, there go Michael Jackson. I'm like, oh shit, that shit cool. I am not fainting or passing out even for that nigga at that time. So With that being said, the person that we're going to be covering today is going to be a guy by the name of Darrell Wayne Caldwell, but the whole wide world knows him by Drakeo the Ruler. Now, I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with Drakeo the Ruler through his music. And matter of fact, any fans of Drakeo the Ruler, y'all get in a comment box and y'all flood that bitch. Let me know what's your best song. Like I said, I don't normally cover entertainers, so I wasn't really familiar with Drakeo the Ruler. So when I did get a chance to check out the music, I was like, damn, bro, go in. I ain't really going to talk about the music that much, but I advise y'all to probably go check it out. But as far as his musical career is concerned, he took off right around 2005 when him and DJ Mustard teamed up for a song that he had called Mr. Get Dough. They used the World Star hip hop platform that was really big at that time, breaking videos to release it. And it took off from there. Now, he would continue to release projects with Mustard till they would have some sort of falling out eventually that would lead to some of the stuff that we're going to talk about in a little bit. Now, as far as I can see, it looks like his first brush with the law was right around January 2017. With juvenile records being sealed, we never know how some of these people were coming up. Sometimes it spread out to the media, but what I see is he was arrested by LAPD when they raided a condo that he had frequented to shoot music videos. And they would end up charging him with possession of a firearm by a felon. Based on my research, he would do right around 10 months for that conviction, which seems pretty light because in states like New York, oh, they gonna strap you. VA, oh, you getting 5 off the rip just for the gun. Don't even worry about it. Now, according to a lot of sources, this is gonna be right around when that fallout with DJ Mustard would come into play, because it was another artist associated with DJ Mustard by the name of RJ that apparently him and Drakeo would get into some sort of rap beef. Now, I'm not really going to detail that. They got so many people on YouTube kind of talking about shit like that. I'm going to leave that lane to them. But by a wide account of sources, they're going to say it's this beef that he had with this other rapper that would lead to a December 2016 shooting at a Naughty Pajama Jam party in Carson, California. Now, as a result of that shooting, 2 people were wounded and 1 person would end up dead. That person would be a 24-year-old by the name of Davion Gregory. Now, it was a lot of allegations flying around on the internet saying that the rival rapper that Drakeo the Ruler was beefing with was allegedly supposed to be at this party, and he was said to be targeted. Now, in interviews that I seen that Drakeo the Ruler did while he was behind bars, he was asked questions like, why did he think he was being prosecuted? And he would go on to say that there were 2 detectives from the Monterey Park Sheriff Department, a guy by the name of Francis Hardiman and another by the name of Richard Bendel. After making jokes on him in this interview, he would go on to say that they were trying to charge him and the whole Stink team as a gang, and they grabbed everyone as a buildup in a case against him, which he would go on to call fake. And that case would happen a little over a year from when he was released from that gun possession charge, and that would be in March of 2018. He would go on to be charged with first-degree murder, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. Now, giving stakes to Drakeo's claim that this was a trumped-up case against him, at the same time that he was arrested simultaneously, his brother, Rafi the Plug, as well as other members from the Stink Team Collective, was also arrested. Now, a lot of people probably asking, like, who's the Stink Team? Now, that was going to be a group of gentlemen that he was associated with. And according to wide variety of sources, they're going to say that they were into what some people call flim-flamming. Now, we know those as home invasions, but the difference between flim-flamming and home invasions is they target people in the Asian community because, like certain nationalities, some people will say Mexicans, they don't really trust the institutions as far as banks, credit unions, and things like that. So they're likely to keep high volumes of money at their house, and they have specific individuals in California, and I'm probably sure across the country probably, that target these specific nationalities. So that might be one reason why he determined those two detectives were on him. It could be the gun possession, because at the time of the murder case, he's going to say he found out about it by going to court, and he didn't even know what he was charged with. He would go on to find out that the same district attorney that had tried him for the gun case had picked up this murder charge. Now, this where the BS gonna come into play, because on January 25th, 2019, he would be acquitted of those murder charges and attempt murder charges at the courthouse in Compton. So after that defeat, you know that DA was sick. So they would go on to refile the charges of criminal gang conspiracy and shooting from a motor vehicle later on in August of 2019. Now, he will be set to fight those charges on August 3rd, 2020. He will finally have all of that behind him in November 2020 after serving 3 years, and he accepted a plea deal from that same district attorney in which he would plead guilty for shooting into a vehicle. Now, after having all of that behind him, you would think that everything would be on the rise for Drakeo the Ruler, but his life would tragically come to an end on December 18th, 2021 at the Once Upon a Time in LA Festival, where he would be stabbed by unknown assailants. And that would be a really, really wild situation. Now, according to TMZ, in an effort to find out who killed Drakeo the Ruler, they would be using surveillance and cell phone footage from the concert trying to crack that case. But just like a lot of murder investigations, the police department would say that the case has stalled due to poor witness cooperation. On top of that, police will begin investigating a link into the possibility that Drakeo's death might be connected to the gang-related murder of a Compton rapper by the name of Slim 400 11 days before Drakeo the Ruler was killed. So the whole situation is wild, and when I stumbled across it, I definitely feel like Drakeo the Ruler was somebody that deserved to be on Mobb Ties. But y'all get in the comment box. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. But y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, POP_A_LOT. Y'all hit the red subscribe right under this video so y'all know when this real trill spill shit is dropping. Y'all get in the comment box. Flood that bitch. Let me know what cities we haven't been to, what gangsters we missed, what stories we need to cover, all of that. And y'all know I'm going to be right here for all of it. It's your boy Pop. Mobb, Mobb, Mobb.